becomes really dark for about 5 minutes out of nowhere.
Really?
And the first time you see it, if you're not prepared for it, it's actually really jarring.
Like what about it?
Well, what happens is, not to spoil things too much, but Johnny Five gets beaten within an inch of his life.
Really?
And that could be handled. It could be handled in many ways by a movie, But the way they handle it is just so hard to watch. It's so sad, I mean, he gets better, of course, but for those 5 minutes after he's been beaten within an inch of his life, it's they do all the things. You see the quivering hand, and the thing.
Yeah.
And the beat down is actually really brutal because it's because you've come to see this character as a person.
Yeah.
And they show him being beaten in a way that if it was actually a person, they probably wouldn't be able to show it just because of how
brutal it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing I remember, he gets his eye smashed in by a hammer, and it's I mean, on the one hand, he's still a robot, and it can be fixed. But on the other hand, you've come to see him as a person. It's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
So watching that happen is like watching a human eye get smashed.
Mm-hmm. That material that I said was glitched out is back in.
Mm-hmm. But then, of course, he gets better, and then he kicks ass to a Bonnie Tyler song in the background. So it's all better.
What?
A Bonnie Tyler song.
I see.
Yeah. So you gotta love the '80s. It veers from horrifying dark to ridiculous. He's flying on this hang glider towards his boat with the criminals getting away to Bonnie Tyler's "I Need a Hero." It's so over the top and ridiculous, and it jars your head around because you go from this fun, funny movie to something really dark, and then just something so goofy and ridiculous so quickly. It actually gives you whiplash.
Wow. Today on Bone Canoe tells you what to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Short Circuit 2.
Indeed. Okay. So, night is falling. I'm in the house.
Good.
I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm going to be putting down the floor for the second floor.
Yeah, I completely... Oh, I know what I was going to make. Unfortunately, I don't think I have enough...
Sausages.
I don't think I have enough, piping.
You don't have enough
material.
piping for your sausages.
Good gopher sausage, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. Man.
I really need to get organized. This is terrible.
Where did you... Oh, you fucker. Where did you put all the toast that was in there? I had a full stack.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah? Alright, where are you?
I'm
fucker?
in the wood room.
Alright, here I come.
There.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
By the way, if you go to your quest book, you have quite a few quests to get.
Okay, I'm going to have to find that. Anyway, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. It is time to make a shitload of... Oh, man. Speaking of Bonnie Tyler, she actually made one of my favorite pop songs from the 80s, which you actually informed me a couple years ago came from that vampire musical.
Oh, okay.
You know what song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And when I first learned that was like a holy shit moment.
That's where she got it from?
Yeah, because I already loved the song. I already thought it was one of the best made pop songs in the
And then
80s.
you heard it in the original German, and then you're like, damn.
Yeah. Like, one thing that people may or may not know, but should know, is that I am literally hot for the German language.
Really?
Like, it actually turns me on. So does Russian, I found out recently.
Really?
Yeah, not quite as much as German, but pretty close. Like, I don't like... It's kind of like people say the Romance languages are usually what... But, no, not for me. Not Spanish, not French, not Italian. I go for Russian and German. Those are the languages that I find attractive when spoken. So that is the truth. You suddenly got very quiet. Are you still there, or are we having technical problems?
Students came and taught us for 1 week a language. And my hallway was taught German. And
Oh, yeah.
as
By the way, the
opposed
very beginning of that was cut out.
in elementary school, high school students came over, taught the elementary school students the language that they were taking. My hallway had German as opposed to Spanish and French, and yeah. Then once I got to middle school and and we did like these trimesters, then German was the first language I had then. And then in high school, because I was already experienced in it, I guess you could say, and not getting it confused like Spanish and French, I took that for 4 years. And then of course when I moved over here, then that's another 7 years.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. As a person who did take 4 years of high school German and then moved to Germany, how much did those years of high school German help you?
Quite a bit. Because I had a good foundation.
That is a good thing.
I mean, it wasn't as good as maybe, I don't know, what do I want to say? Probably like a college education would have been, but still good enough.
On the other hand, as far as me, I opted for Spanish in high school, and I took it for 2 years before I no longer needed a language requirement. And then I thought about taking Spanish 3, but then I decided to drop it in favor of computer programming courses, believe it or not.
I wanted to take programming in high school, but my mother said that I shouldn't because they were offering C++, and she told me that C++ was a dead, dying language, and it would just be a waste of time. So I didn't take it, and I've been kicking myself for that pretty much ever since.
The thing is, I did take a C++ class, believe it or not.
Okay.
And I forgot everything.
Really? Well, we could probably...
By the way, this crawl space, since the floor of the crawl space is a slab that is the bottom slab, you know, nothing's going to spawn here.
Cool.
And I even tested it. I pressed the F7 button. It didn't even register.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was kind of interesting. When I was in school, people considered German as the easy choice.
I don't think there's much easy about it.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Digger about it, and even he thought it was a weird thing.
That it was considered the easiest language.
Yeah. Spanish, I think, is probably actually easier. Oh, why did I just make a crafting station? Oh well, I'll put this one next to the other one. But yeah, it was definitely something I picked Spanish because I thought it would be the most useful to me. Because there's more Spanish speakers in America than there are German speakers or French speakers. So, I mean, it didn't actually come in handy because I never learned enough. I can still say "Donde está el baño"? You know what that means?
What?
Where's the bathroom?
Where's the bathroom?
Yeah. Vamos a la playa. It means let's go to the beach. So yeah, I still know like one or two phrases, but like nothing useful.
Hmm.
Oh man, this crawl space is even going to have a window. It's convenient. Oh, hello, Enderman. Did I piss him off? I think I pissed him off. Well, you know what, bitch? You're gonna die.
Die, motherfucker.
Alright, he's in the tree farm now. He'll probably come back, but I have my sword. And failing that, I have my... I imagine a pick wouldn't be... and an axe wouldn't be a terrible substitute weapon. In a pinch.
Yeah. I need... Use all my heat.
No. Oh, oh my back. I just bent it in a weird way. Man.
Pieces of Invar.
There is something... I wonder if you can attest to this. There is something negative that happens to you when you spend too much of your time in a chair, you know?
Yeah.
It does make your back hurt.
Yeah, it does.
It is annoying. I find that, you know, and it only starts about when you're in your mid to late 20s. Like when you're a teenager, you know, you're PG. It doesn't bother you.
No.
But yeah, nowadays it's like if I sit too long, I definitely have to get up and move, stretch, or else it's gonna. Man,
Yeah, and I sit all day.
Yeah, I go through spells at times that last anywhere from a couple weeks to one time it lasted a month, where my back is just killing me.
Yeah.
And it was funny because, you know, I work at a Giant now, and the very first day of work that I had, I woke up and found that my back was completely stiff.
Mm.
So for the first, like, while working at the Giant, I was hobbling around like an old man.
I understand. I've had similar experiences.
But thankfully, things got better. I am young yet. I am on the sunny side of 30 still. And so are you. For now.
For now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello, Ender bitch. Well, I got a good whack with my sword on him, so if you see him... tell him hi for me.
Yeah, I haven't, I know I was whacking at one, but...
I think there's more than one actually now. Alright, the floor is done. This is my little crawl space.
Okay, we're also getting materials now at a fairly decent rate.
That is good news.
What I can do now is start on...
Oh, I'm gonna go to bed.
What do I have here in the form of iron? I only have two. Only two?
Oh, man.
Oh, only two made. Oh, only two. Well, that sucks.
I'll make a
That
better way.
thoroughly sucks.
I'll make a better way to get into the crawl space than that, but I guess I'll do it now. Okay. Time to make some slabs of the other variety. I'm seeing Tetris. I I don't know why. Reminds me of all things of when I was in 3rd grade. I had a friend who was a state chess champion.
Really?
Like, he was actually, like, within, like, the youth circuit, he was, like, one of the best in the state.
Impressive.
And he was really good. And, like, there was a bit of a, I guess you could call it a chess fad in my elementary school at the time. And so, we would all play each other, you know, and there were some kids that were not that good, and I could reasonably expect to beat every time or almost every time. Then there were the kids that I could beat, you know, maybe I would beat 2 out of 3 times and they beat me the other 1 out of 3 times, you know?
Yeah.
And then there were some kids that were like 1-1 with me, you know? I was very good. However, this kid, this champion, could beat me every time. Sometimes it was close, sometimes it wasn't. But
He beat you every single time. You know, we should find a way to play with each other, because I haven't played chess in a long time, but I'd like to again.
Ooh, I just gained a patch of moss on my axe, of all things, which is actually really helpful, because I use it a lot. But yeah, so what ended up happening was I would play this guy, and then one fateful day, I actually beat him in a game.
Probably because he was sleepy.
It's entirely possible. But even, as I've learned, even the best at something, even the best chess masters, or, you know, say StarCraft Grandmaster, or anything like that, even the people can and will sometimes make mistakes, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
and
human.
Yeah, and I managed to beat him that one time. Didn't beat him again after that, but I did beat him that one time, and it was a very proud moment.
I bet.
And the whole reason I thought of that story was because he was also, apart from being a chess champion, he was an absolute whiz at Tetris. He was a champ. And the weird thing about that, I said I was in 3rd grade. That was 20 years ago now. It was literally 20 years ago.
Hard to believe, you know?
Which is absolutely mind-blowing because I still don't feel like a fucking kid. I'm not old. I can't talk about 20 years ago yet, but yeah, that's when it happened.
Yeah. It just blows my mind that I need to think now, wait, I graduated like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I think, what have I done with my life?
Well, hell, in many ways, you've done what a lot of people did, you know? If I can say this, marriage and divorce.
Yeah.
It's true. But, you know, it's kind of interesting. A few weeks ago, I came into the realization that I have, that I moved into my Kutztown dorm 10 years ago. Which was '04.
Okay.
And that means, since I met you in September, I don't remember the exact date or even what week it was, I just know it was September. We've now known each other for 8 years.
That's quite a bit of time.
That is quite a bit of time. There are only really 2 people that I consider close friends that I've known for longer. So that is a long time.
That is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those you might know, and those in the audience might know of my friend Mike, you know, who's on Sun Plant with me. I met him in middle school. So I've known him a very long time. In fact, I know people who... I have a couple friends, you know, through the magic of the internet, that actually were not born when I first met Mike.
That's impressive.
It's pretty funny. Yep. JC, if you're watching, shout out to you. You're one of them.
I think he's probably one of the only people who's going to end up watching this whole entire series.
JC, represent. In the house.
Eventually, we're going to see one view, and we'll be like, yeah, that was JC.
Yes. Oh, man. And JC, we mean this in the most affectionate way possible. Someday, JC, if you come to Philly, I'll buy you a cheesesteak. And hell, if anyone else has stuck around through 40 whatever episodes, I owe all of you a cheesesteak when you come to Philly.
And then all of a sudden, you'd get requests from
hundreds of people.
100 people. I mean, the videos will all have, on average, 30 views, but yet you'll still get requests for 300, 400 videos or cheesesteaks.
Yeah, it's like, how is that even possible?
I really want a good cheesesteak. I'm not talking like these Wawa crappy cheesesteak wannabe things. I'm talking.
You mean
like
a real
cheesesteak?
God damn it, Greg. You know what? We're gonna have to make another mini road trip while you're here. Then.
Yeah, gotta go.
We're gonna go down to the city.
Yeah, you gotta go to.
We're already going to Hershey, and I guess we're going to Philly too. We're gonna go to fucking Pat's.
Sounds
or
good.
Gino's. Probably Pat's. Man, I used to. I tell you, man, it is like there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Some people even say there's better stuff now, but to me, it's still as authentic as it will ever be. You know?
Yeah. I just haven't really found the ability to make it over here. I mean that this specific type of beef is just missing.
Not only in Germany, but other parts of the U.S. that are not the greater Philly area, which can include the Lehigh Valley, I suppose. Anything outside the greater Philly area, they just don't make real cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
They just don't know. They just don't know how. So basically, as soon as you get outside the Philly area, they might say Philly cheesesteaks on the little board, but they are not.